Ain't quite the way I.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to everyone that is here live, as well as everyone that is going to watch the replay. We are super excited to do our class on home-based business that we do a couple times a month, where we share our stories and then we share why now is the best time to really get involved in a home-based business. Also, share why we chose to do the field of health and wellness, and then why we chose the amazing company that we represent. So, with that, I'm going to turn it over to Sheila. She's going to share her story. I'll share a little bit of my story, and then we'll get into some data for you guys.
Hello, everybody, and I'm Sheila Sherman. I just want to tell you a little bit about myself and share my story a little bit. I have been with Young Living Essential Oils for it's 13 years now, and I started out just loving the products. When I discovered essential oils that many years ago, well before it was so well known now, I was going through a few health issues. They weren't major health issues, but they were long-term health issues. One was an issue with my neck, where just literally for 20 years of my life, at that point, I had been cracking my neck. It was stiff. It was always just this underlying pain. And I was getting essential oils, not for my neck. I actually was doing it. My sister introduced me to it, and I decided to just give it a try. I said, you know what, I'll just try it. And the other issue I was going through is that I have 6 kids. 5 of them are adults now, a teenager now, but at the time, my youngest was 2 or 3 years old, about 2.5 years old. And I was still going through some postpartum symptoms. I didn't know that's what it was at the time, but all I knew is that I was sad and crying and didn't know what was wrong with me, didn't know what was going on. And when I decided to try the essential oils, I didn't even know why I was trying them or what I was trying them for. I never made a connection that, oh, I'll try these oils to help me with this problem or that problem. But guess what? The oils did it anyway. When I tried the oils, within 3 weeks, that 20-week ailment or stiff neck that I had that caused me to have to crack my neck all the time, that was completely gone. Here we are 13 years later. I still don't have that issue. It never came back. And my neck is very, what's a good word I'm looking for? It moves. It moves really good now. And then also within that time, my symptoms of being in postpartum depression, which were, the sadness. And also I started getting hot flashes, all that, older womanly stuff. And that all went away. And when those things went away as a result of me trying the oils, and that was the only thing I did differently, I decided that I needed to learn more about the oils. And that set me on my journey to using the oils, raising my kids with the oils, having a healthy family, having a healthy life. And that was extremely important to me, was to raise my kids without chemicals, or at least with as few chemicals as I could manage in our, to get out of our lives. And Young Living fit the bill. But not only, real quickly, the product, but then I realized there was another product with Young Living, and that product was the lifestyle. That product was being able to share Young Living as a lifestyle and make it as a viable business. Sorry, I had a call come in. So make it a viable business. And I started out small. I was homeschooling my kids. So I started out with a schedule that fit me, right? That fit what I was doing, homeschooling 6 kids, having a little toddler as well. And I slowly over time grew the business, went into full-time, and now I am a leader with Young Living Essential Oils, and never looked back, never. It's added so much richness into my life and my family's life, not only with health, but also with our finances and my time freedom, which is very, very important to me as well. Um, and so that's just a little bit of my story. I do want to say why now. That's just the thing I'm going to answer right now. And as you know, all over the country, there are people that are losing their jobs. Um, there are people who are being told that they must uh, do some things against their own beliefs or conscience or for whatever reason, and that if they don't um, uh, comply, that they will that they won't keep their jobs. We think that there's job security, and oftentimes there is, but at this time in the last couple of years, so many things have been unpredictable, so many things. But you know what has stayed a predictable source in my life? That is Young Living Essential Oils and having this home-based business that you are going to learn about. And it has given stability to my life in the midst of the chaos that has been going on. So why now? You probably know somebody that needs a side gig. You probably know that during these times, you probably know somebody who needs not just uh, not just wants, not just, but they need something. They need something. This is one of the easiest ways, this industry is one of the easiest ways to start making money, having, creating a nest egg and creating some stability in your life in this time where there's so much chaos. That person may be you, where you might be facing a decision right now, or you know someone facing a decision right now. And this could be the solution. So I want to invite you to listen carefully to Sheena, the presentation that we give, and keep in mind what I said at the beginning. What I decided was to just try it, to just try it. And you may find, like I found, that Young Living has the answer and the solution for your finances that you have been seeking. And if it's not you, but you know someone else, pass this video on to them and let them see it. All right, Tashina.
Thank you so much for all of that. So, with that, I'm going to go into this a little bit for anyone that does not know me well or gets a hold of this recording. So, I am Tashina Gonzalez. I'm in Michigan. I am in the automotive industry, and I have been on this journey for a little bit over 6 years now, and it has been super amazing. And so, I'm very non-traditional when it comes to the individuals that are usually talking about holistic wellness and talking about essential oils. But from 2012 to 2014, I had something after the other that happened to me. I had high blood pressure, I had gut issues, I had hormone issues, and I was in 2 accidents in a period of 6 months, which gave me a lot of body pain. And with all those things that I was having happen, then I started to experience lots of bouts of depression. And so by the end of 2014, after talking to many people my age, and finding out that almost all of them also had hormone issues and body pain and bouts of depression, I was like, what in the world is going on? Like, I mid 30s, I still thought I was young. And why do all these people in their 30s seem like they're in their 50s and having body parts taken out regularly? Like, that's normal. Like, I kind of think that God put those in for a reason. Like, why is that the solution to fixing stuff? Can't we find a better way? So I just started trying to Google my way to good health. I started spending $200 per month on Amazon.com or Vitamin World or just all these different places, and I was taking these big old horse pills that I find out now most of the time are mostly sawdust, and trying to just Google my way to good health. And at the same time, I had a couple of friends on Facebook talk about, I'm diffusing lavender and it smells amazing. And I was like, whatever, because the essential oils that I got from Amazon didn't do anything for me whatsoever. So I started doing a lot of things that I hadn't at the time. I could be working between 60 to 80 hours a week on my day job, and then also doing volunteer work in my Bible preaching. And at the time, I was still married, so I was trying to run a household. So I was very, very stressed and had very little time in my life. And so I just started with the basics because I wasn't even doing that. I started drinking enough water. I stopped eating fast food and started cooking. I joined a 6-week boot camp where I lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks because I had not been exercising then, and I was close to 190 pounds at the time. And that was like my jump start into the healthy lifestyle. And then eventually in January of 2015, I went to a home party where somebody was sharing about oils with the intention of not buying oils because oils did not work. Panaway was placed on my body. My life was radically and drastically changed, and I have not looked back. I understood and knew that these oils were different and that the world needed to know about them. And that was the only decision that I ever made, that I had to share these with people because they were different. And oh yeah, my sister, she's kind of weird and crunchy like that. I think she does essential oils. And my stepmom, she's kind of weird and crunchy like that. And she does essential oils. So they're going to do it with me anyways. And I booked my home party before I could even afford my kit because I didn't have the $200 in the bank that second to get it. A couple weeks later, I started using Ninja Red. Completely changed how my body was receiving the minerals and vitamins that I needed. It was essential for me to be able to recover from a minor surgery that I had to have for my hormones. Every person needs to be on Ninja Red. After you get your oils, the month after, the first thing you must do is get your Ninja Red and get on that immediately because it will completely change your energy levels and completely changing the nutrients that's coming into your body and give you even more energy and help your immune system. And a couple weeks after that, I started using the Happy Day protocol and I started using the oils regularly for my emotions. And that was another game changer for me. So again, I just started sharing, and relatively quickly, I was able to get my oils paid for. And that's like the goal for everyone in our team. By the time I was at month 4, the check that I got from Young Living paid for all of my oils. And I didn't have to worry about, am I going to be able to get that next thing? I didn't have to worry about, oh, this is coming out of something else because my check that was coming in from Young Living covered my oils. And then within 3 or 4 years, I had enough where I could get anything that I want. And we're going to talk about some of the other benefits as I now jump into the presentation. So, again, what we're talking about today is why now is the best time to start a home-based business or to start a business period, and why a home-based business might be a great place for you to start. We talked about my story already. This is just one of my favorite slides. 2008 to 2010. Where were you? What was happening? Was anybody affected by that? What we consider the Great Recession here in the United States, and then it kind of rippled, and there were a few things happening around the world. So these companies were created during those times. So as you look at this, how many of these do you use? WhatsApp, I mean, especially now, I use that every day, all day long. I update my status. It's how I communicate with people. It's how I share my life with people. Instagram is the other way that I communicate with people and share my life with people. I probably have used these two more in the past couple years than I've ever used them. Square is a payment system that if you go to any local little like coffee shop, they probably have this little white machine there and you swipe and it's probably a Square machine. Venmo, you probably have paid for that maybe at a smaller bar or something. Groupon is one of my favorite ways to get some discount at whatever. I want to go to a new massage place or a salt room. I will get a Groupon for it. Pinterest, Most women love it and they get all these ideas in their craft. I don't really do all that, but I find a lot of good quotes on there. And Uber and Lyft is the way that I personally, if I'm not going to drive a lot when I'm on vacation, that's how I transport myself around. So I just came back from vacation, and when I had to go to the airport, my workmate, my friend, she was at work, and so I used Lyft to take myself to the airport. And then when I came back into town, I used it again because my car was at my sister's house and she was unavailable to come pick me up. So again, just think about that. When there's a recession, if you can fill a need for someone, that's the best time to start a business. But why network marketing? We know that most people have had a negative experience with network marketing. But you just have to remember and understand that this industry is just like anything else. You've probably had negative experiences at dealerships. I work in the automotive industry. And I just hope people don't hate me because I work at the automotive industry because they had one negative experience at a dealership. I've had a negative experience at a dealership and I just go to a different dealership. And that's how network marketing can be. You probably known some people that are super pushy, been in your inbox, but there's still benefits to network marketing. And your business is your business, and you can choose to do it a different way. What are some of those benefits? You can build it part time and anytime, and you can build it from anywhere. I just love that. I love that so much. I am an extreme extrovert. I brag about this all the time. And I loved in person classes. That's the way that I like to build. I like to do things at a coffee shop. I loved having our spa parties that were epic, and we would have a massage therapist, and we would have stations, and you would do a facial, and you could try some makeup, and you would get your feet soaked. I loved it. But then we weren't allowed to get together for an entire 6 months. We weren't allowed to travel at all if you lived in the state of Michigan. My business did not suffer. All I had to do was transfer some of those to Zoom. We still have this Sunday coming up our monthly spa party where we get women together. We have an amazing time. It's not as epic, but as long as they request their samples a week and a half in advance, we get together, we bond, and we have an amazing time every single month. I can build my business anytime and from anywhere. You can launch a network marketing business for as little as $500 to $1,000. The one that we represent usually is a lot less than that. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself because your business partners have a vested interest. I want everyone that purchases from me to get healthy. I want them to use their stuff. And I want everyone that says, yes, I want to get my products paid for to get there as quick as possible. You can create enough tax deductions alone to make it worthwhile. This is one of the most amazing parts for me currently, still having a day job. I love that every time that I travel, some of that is tax deductible. So I do a lot of coaching that's related to holistic and self development. I just went out of town. And when I was out of town, I shared some things with my workmate. My friend that I was staying with, I was out of town to get some education towards my coaching. And therefore, a lot of what I did when I was out of town was tax deductible. The time before I went out of town, I was able to network, and then I was able to share things like the holistic scan that I do with my friends that I was with. And I did business the whole entire time. It is so nice that pretty much every time I go on vacation, part of it is tax deductible because I'm sharing samples or I'm discussing my business in some way, shape, or form. Now, I'm not a tax expert and I can't tell you all the details. Make sure that you consult with a tax expert to understand those details, but it's pretty amazing. You can learn it while you earn it. So if I decide tomorrow that I'm going to be a hairdresser, then I'm going to have to pay a year of schooling. And I think I got to get through about 9 months of that before I can work at their little shop that they have there at my school and actually get paid for it. And I'm going to get paid a lot less at that school until I get out of school and then I find my own spot. The day that you sign is the day that you can make money. with this. I booked my home party before I even bought my kit. So the month that I bought my kit, the month was the first month for me to make money because I made sure that I invited people to learn as soon as I started to learn. And that's all you have to do is invite, invite, invite. Earn extra 500, 1,000, 5,000 or more a month. And we have people on this call that are doing that on a regular basis. And with time and success, your income will be produced by hundreds or perhaps thousands. And again, we have people on this call that are doing that right now. So why health and wellness? You could choose to do a network marketing business that has to do with technology or bags or one very specific thing. Well, the global wellness market reached approximately 4.75 trillion in 2019, and it is a growth industry growing at a rate of 6.4%. And it's got so many categories: complementary medicine, preventive medicine, healthy eating, nutrition, weight loss, spa economy, physical activity, personal care, beauty, anti-aging, and more. And as we'll get on the next slide, you'll see that the company that we represent has all of that. Young Living is the company that we chose to align with. And why is that? Young Living owns their own farms. I've been to the farm in Croatia, which was amazing, as well as one of the farms in Utah a couple of times. And to be able to put your hands in the dirt of the lavender that you're going to get later, there's nothing like that. Like, no one can convince me there's a better standard than that. And having that leads to understanding that you have industry leading research and testing and a seed to seal promise unmatched in the industry. So, like, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people show me their vitamins and then I look at them. I did an entire video on this, and because a lot of times this will happen over and over again. I'll do people's scans and I'll say, you seem to be deficient in vitamin B, this, that, and this. You really need a multivitamin. And they'll be like, what? My doctor told me that before and I'm taking one. But like I said earlier, I found out that most of the vitamins that you're buying are mostly sawdust. And I used to be that person that would just buy vitamins from Amazon thinking that they were going to be effective, or the local drugstore, and they're not. And I've never found the standards that we have when it comes to our products. So if it's a product that I can get from Young Living, I will get it from Young Living and never get it from anywhere else. They have 25 plus years of experience, plus 10 years of research on top of that. There's a low startup cost. So right now you can get one product. If you want to get the business, all you have to do is get our brand ambassador kit that shows you exactly how to do the business. And we have the largest selection of essential oils, oil-infused products, and toxic-free lifestyle brands. So one of the other interesting things, which is always so hilarious to me, is between the 25th and the end of the month, I always have at least two people in my inbox that say, hey girl, I'm trying to hit a goal. Can you help me hit a goal? And I'd love for you to look at my link and buy me this product, which it doesn't bother me at all. Get your hustle on. It doesn't bother me. But 99% of the time, they're trying to offer me something that I have. I have the best makeup in the world. I have the best skincare in the world. I have the best vitamins and supplements in the world. I would never buy vitamins and supplements anywhere else unless Young Living does not have it. I've never gotten the feeling that I get from Ninja Red from any other supplement, or from these B vitamins, or from our green supplement. Like, there's no comparison. And so I just sit there a little like, oh no, thank you. But I'm just thinking, like, do you know what I do? Have you ever asked me what I do? Because then you would know that you're offering me makeup when I have the best makeup in the world. So that's one of the things that I love about us having upwards of like more than 700 products and touching every single area of toxic free living and health and wellness. And then this is just to share you the potential. So again, we love if you just come here and choose to health. Health is I don't want to share ever. This isn't my thing. This isn't my jam. But if you say you know that your mom, brother, sister, cousin deserves to get healthy with you, you just by sharing with like 5 people, you can reach the rank of star. And then by helping them get educated at the same time as you getting educated, you can generate a check of $75 per month on average, which covers a monthly order almost of 100 per month, which gets you your free shipping. If you get to the rank of senior star, you can make on average 235 a month. That's almost enough to get you all of the promos every single month. And when you're at executive, you can make on average 425, which definitely covers your monthly order and it gives you some to start paying down your bills. My sister and brother-in-law have become debt free by being at the executive level. What could you do with an extra $500 a month? An executive is a very achievable goal in 6 months or less. If you hit the rank of silver, which is the rank that I'm at, you make on average $2,000 a month. If you hit the rank of gold, you make on average around $5,700 a month. If you hit the rank of platinum, which is the rank that Sheila's at, you make on average $14,000 a month. Like, how would your life change if you made on average $14,000 a month? At the rank of diamond, you make on average $36,000 a month. I just a couple weeks ago shared the stage with a few diamonds, and I love Shannon Hudson. She always says that some people are average and some people are not. So she doesn't consider herself an average diamond, and she's from one of the cities here in Michigan, Flint, Michigan, one of the repressed cities. And before starting this, she made $13,000 a year as a toilet bowl cleaner in this city. And she's able to educate people and share with people and make this amount more than the average diamond. And then it just continues from there. We have crown diamonds that make on average $65,000 per month and royal crown diamonds that make on average $145,000 per month. So, again, just think back to that first slide. Do you want to be the Instagram in your family's life? Do you want to be the WhatsApp in your family's life? Not bringing them great communication, but bringing them great health and changing their life in that way. If that is what you want to do, today, now's the time to raise your hand and say, what is my next step so that I can have a successful home-based business? So that I will let Miss Sheila share any closing thoughts with us.
Yes, I wanted to just kind of highlight something that you said when you talked about when you first started and you booked your first party and you got started right away. Well, everybody knows that we've had to pivot a lot and go online for our business. So I just wanted to make note that so many people, even before now, but so many people are making an online business with Young Living. It's very simple, very easy to make an online business. And so Tashina brought up Instagram and social media and all of that. And so that seems to be one of the ways, but that's not the only way to market your online business. So I just wanted people to realize, to know that I haven't done a home party in a long time, at least a couple of years, but that doesn't stop us. That actually aids us and helps us to be able to open up to more people by opening up, by doing online parties or online presentations just like this, except where we talk more about the product. And so that is how people are building their businesses today with Young Living. So you don't even have to step out the door anymore if you don't want to. So it's really been a nice pivot and an easy pivot for those of us who were already with Young Living. But one of the things that you will have access to is someone to show you how to do it. Tashina mentioned you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We work as a team, and whoever sent you this video, if I sent you this video, you'd be part of my team. If Tashina sends you the video, part of her team. But part of being a team is helping you be successful and reach the goals that you have for yourself, for your finances, for your health. That is what we are here for, and that is what we help you do. So I just wanted to bring that up. And Tashina, great presentation once again. So grateful for you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to really just to educate and to help so many people. Each person that is listening to this video is benefiting from your time. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you, thank you. And I know a couple of people that we have here are mobile, so they may not be able to ask any questions. But if anyone has any questions, again, please get back with the person that shared this video with you. Feel free to also put any questions in the comments if you watch the replay. But we're so grateful for you, and each one of us are here to help you. You just got to raise your hand and ask the question. All right, so everyone have an amazing evening. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.